Hello, loves. I am Love the Goddess 1111, and I wanted to touch on the passing of the amazing B. Smith. Her name was Barbara Elaine Smith. She passed away February 22nd, 2020. So I wanted to definitely give honor to her, the beautiful B. Smith, and just cover some content about her life because she is the original, uh, what term can I use? Like, she was definitely an entrepreneur, but just more, I can't even think of a word to really describe her in full. She was a designer, she was a model, she was a socialite in so many different aspects. And so she just passed away at 70 years old. And this is her. And I actually have her website here. This is her and her husband. And there's been content about her husband, but we're not going to focus on that because I'm sure there's a lot of attention around that situation, which is unfortunate and something that we all can learn from. But for now, we're going to just take this time to really honor her and focus on her. And this is actually her website. And thankfully, her website was still maintained, bsmith.com. And she was very lucrative. And this is a few pictures of her. Like I mentioned, she was a model and so many different things. She was an author, a chef. She was phenomenal when it came to monetizing all the gifts that she had. All right, so these are a few more pictures of her. This is a early picture of her. And in the past, I remember seeing her on different things and I really respected her. And I remember a few years ago, wow, she has a bedding collection. Awesome. In the past, I remember wondering, like, whatever happened to her? And to see that her legacy still continues on is very refreshing. I'm so thankful for that because, in spite of her situation of having early onset Alzheimer's and succumbing to that, unfortunately, to see that her brand is continuing is very refreshing. So I'm thankful for her, for whoever more than likely is her husband that has been maintaining that for her. So let me read some of this. Let me move this a bit. Barbara Elaine B. Smith, restaurateur, magazine publisher, celebrity chef, and nationally known lifestyle maven. Barbara B. Smith has been heralded by the New York Times as a Renaissance woman. That would be a term that I could use for her because she did so many different things. So anyway, let me continue. The New York Times as a Renaissance woman by television anchor Chuck Scarborough as a domestic goddess. Beautiful. By the New York Daily News as one of the most important African American style mavens of all time, and honored with a 2012 Silver Spoon Award for sterling performance by Food Arts. A broadcast talent, entrepreneurial spokesperson, and multiple award-winning recipient across a wide range of fields, Smith also earned kudos when she returned to the stage in her off-Broadway debut in Love, Lost, and What I Wore, the award-winning play by Nora and Delia Ephron. In 2012, Smith was inducted into the American Chef Corps, part of the U.S. Department of State's newly founded diplomatic culinary partnership with the James Beard Foundation. She ran 3 B. Smith restaurants on Theater Row in Manhattan, in Sag Harbor in New York, and in Washington, D.C. But then her life changed. In 2013, at the age of 64, Smith was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. She and her husband, Dan Gatsby, worked tirelessly to raise awareness of the disease and its effects on the African American community in particular. Their book, written with Michael Shannarson, Before I Forget, Is a story of her fight with Alzheimer's and interweaves their narrative with practical and helpful advice. Readers learn about dealing with the day-to-day challenges of brain disease, the family realities, tensions, and ways of coping. They also learn about research that may lead to treatment in the next few years. All right, so let's read more about her past. Groundbreaking fashion model. A native of Pennsylvania, Barbara Elaine Smith was born August 24th, 1949. She began her career as a fashion model, gracing the covers of 15 magazines and becoming one of the first African American women of Mademoiselle's cover in July 1976. In addition to TV commercials for Mercedes-Benz, she served as a spokesperson for Verizon, Colgate, Palmolive Oxy, and McCormick's Lowry seasoned products. For nearly a decade, Smith hosted the nationally syndicated cable television show Be Smith with Style that aired on NBC's stations in more than 90% of U.S. households and in 40 countries. Her effervescent personality and creative ideas impacted national audiences by her appearances where am I? On programs such as Good Morning America and The Today Show. She and Gatsby produced four specials for TV One, the lifestyle cable network for African Americans. Transcultural lifestyle pioneer, Smith was at the forefront of a transcultural movement. Her flair for decor demonstrated the ambience of her restaurants, led to the development of her first home collection, which debuted at Bed Bath and Beyond in 2011. No, sorry, 2001. The B. Smith with Style home collection is the first line from an African American woman to be sold at a nationwide retailer and includes bedding, tabletop, and bath products. From duvets to doormats, Smith's decor line continues to grow with a variety of pieces for entertaining and home and incorporates her signature design concepts. Today, in addition to Bed Bath & Beyond, B. Smith brand retail partners include Belk, Burlington, Home Depot, JCPenney, Kohl's, Macy's, and Steinmart, seven major retailers. All right, distinguished author. Smith authored three home entertaining books. B. Smith's Entertaining and Cooking for Friends, Artisan Press, the first tabletop entertainment and lifestyle book by an African American, B. Smith. Rituals and Celebrations, Random House, a James Beard Foundation Award nominee, one of Food and Wine's best cookbooks of 1999, and an American Library Association Black Caucus Literary Award winner. And B. Smith cooks Southern style with 200 recipes and flavorful tips for reducing calories. Smith's signature tagline, "Whatever you do, do it with style," has been on display at Smithsonian, the National Museum of African American History and Culture. That's amazing. And this is her with her husband, Dan Gatsby. All right. And so, let's see. I definitely just wanted to share that. And this here is again a book that was co-written by her and her husband. Before I forget, Love, Hope, and Help and Acceptance in Our Fight Against Alzheimer's. All right. And it just talks more about that book. And like I mentioned, she had other books. So I just wanted to take the time to really honor her and speak. Yes, so we're back here into this page. So I definitely want to take the time to really honor her and just speak about the phenomenal woman that she was. You know, we need to take the time to really honor our ancestors. And I mentioned this in a previous upload when it came to Nina Simone, and not just for this month, always, because they lived through us and she did so much and she was so graceful. And like I mentioned, I remember as a little girl seeing her, and it just brought so much light and so much respect to myself, because she was like a reflection of myself, right? She was a woman, and she was established and beautiful and graceful, and she's someone to definitely aspire to be like. So definitely, we honor you, B. Smith, and all your contributions, and we would definitely continue to honor you and keep your name alive. So until next time, definitely thrive and vibe high. Oh, and before I go, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, hit that notification bell so that you get all my uploads. And I will see you guys next time. This is Love signing out. Namaste.